Before we get into today's test, a quick hello. I'm Chris. I review top-rated home gadgets from Amazon and show you which ones are generally worth buying. Welcome back if you've previously checked out my videos, and hello if you haven't. So, just to let you know, I test Amazon's top-rated gadgets in the real world, so you know exactly what to expect. And if you've been scrolling through Amazon looking for a smart plug like I've done many times, you'll know the choice is, well, overwhelming, right? There are hundreds of them. Most of them look identical, because at the end of the day they're a plug, and half of them come loaded with jargon that doesn't really explain how well they actually work in a real home. So I bought and tested 5 of the most highly rated smart plugs on Amazon. And after several weeks of using them with lamps, heaters, humidifiers, fans, and even a dehumidifier, I found the best option for every type of home. Now, sit back, because if you want to check out any of the smart plugs I mentioned today, I'll leave the links in the description below for you. I couldn't make it easier. So let's get into it. Number 1 is the best for Alexa only homes. So if you only use Alexa to control stuff, this is the one for you. So it's called the Amazon Smart Plug, which is ingenious. Let's start with the Amazon Smart Plug then. The one most Alexa owners look at first. If your entire home already runs on Alexa, well, this one makes a lot of sense straight away. Setup is ridiculously fast. You plug it into the wall, open the Alexa app, and it appears almost instantly. No accounts, no QR codes, no pairing frustration. Amazon has clearly optimized this plug to work seamlessly inside the Alexa ecosystem, which is fabulous news. Now, during testing, response times were excellent. Less than half a second between tapping on and hearing the relay click. Voice commands were equally snappy, and unlike many cheaper plugs, I didn't experience a single dropout. Now, the big limitation here is compatibility, okay? This plug is Alexa only. It does not work with Google Home, HomeKit or SmartThings, and there's no energy monitoring on it either. But if you're firmly inside the Amazon ecosystem and want pure reliability with zero setup headaches, this is the one to get. Okay, let's have a look for most people. Let's have a look at the best value one. And that's got to be the TP-Link Tapo P100. The TP-Link Tapo P100 is the one I think most people watching this video should start with. I mean, first of all, it's tiny, it's affordable, it's reliable, and it works with almost everything. Setup takes under a minute with the Tapo app, and once it's connected, it works with Alexa, Google Home, and Siri shortcuts. That alone makes it more flexible than the Amazon Smart Plug. Performance-wise, this plug impressed me more than some pricier ones. Whether I was on Wi-Fi or away from home on 4G, the response time was consistently fast, even when controlling multiple plugs around the house. Commands, well, they triggered mostly instantly, so I didn't have to wait around. The Tapo app also gives you loads of genuinely useful features like scheduling, countdown timers, away mode, scenes, sunrise, sunset automations, and in real use everything worked flawlessly. I plugged in lamps, humidifiers, a dehumidifier, and even a small heater, and all of them triggered perfectly. The only downside is a lack of energy monitoring, but TP-Link does offer that in the P110 model, which we're going to talk about next. And if you want a plug that's small, reliable and compatible with almost every smart home platform, this Tapo P100 is the safe recommendation for you. So, if you want to look at energy monitoring while you're using a smart plug, the best one is the TP-Link Tapo P110. If you're trying to track your electricity usage or manage energy-heavy appliances, the Tapo P110 is the one that you want. It's basically the P100, but with a full energy monitoring system built in, which is great news if you're a bit of a nerd like me. And it's surprisingly accurate. You get real-time wattage, daily and monthly breakdowns, cost estimation if you input your tariff, graphs that you can scrub through, consumption history. I love this. All this data is just great. And I tested this with a dehumidifier, a kettle, a heater and a PC. The readings consistently lined up with my wall-mounted energy meter. This plug is perfect if you want to see what's costing you the most, prevent appliances from running unnecessarily, monitor if a heater has been left on, build automations based on power draw. Now, just like the P100, it works across multiple ecosystems, Alexa, Google and Siri shortcuts, and the Wi-Fi stability is rock solid. That was my Alexa asking me whether or not I wanted help. Thanks very much, but we're in the middle of filming, so cheers. The only drawback is that it's slightly larger and slightly more expensive than the P100. But you know what? For the features you get, it's worth every penny. So if you only use Apple Home kit around your house, then this is the best one for you. The Meros Smart Plug Mini. So if your home is built around Apple HomeKit, your options are pretty limited in the UK, and that's where the Meros Smart Plug Mini really stands out. Setup is incredibly simple. You scan the HomeKit code and add it to the Home app, and you're done. No creating accounts, no questionable cloud services, and no fuss. It also works with Alexa, Google Home and SmartThings, making it one of the most flexible cross-platform plugs that I tested. In my HomeKit automations, the Meros plug was very reliable. It handled routines quite well, like turning lights on at sunset, running a heater only when the temperature dropped, morning coffee routines, that's super important for me, and so everything triggered correctly and at the right time. The build is slightly chunkier than the Tapo plugs, but not enough to block the second socket. And the relay click inside is one of the softer ones, which is nice if you're using it in a bedroom or nursery, because then you don't get the shock of a big click as they come on. The only drawbacks are that the Meros app isn't quite as polished and the Wi-Fi range is a bit weaker than TP-Link's, but for Apple Home users, this one is easily the best choice. So here we go, let's have a look at the best budget choice, which is the Amazon Basics Smart Plug. Finally, the Amazon Basics Smart Plug is the cheapest one I tested, and honestly it performed a lot better than I expected. Setup is similar to the Amazon Smart Plug we talked about earlier. It's quick, simple and completely handled inside the Alexa app. It's Alexa only, like its more expensive sibling, so keep that in mind, okay? Performance though was decent. Commands took about a second to trigger, slightly slower than the official Amazon plug, but still perfectly usable. The main limitations though, there's no energy monitoring, no support for Google or Apple, a couple of short dropouts during testing. But you know what, at this price it's a perfectly good starter option for anyone wanting to try smart home automation without spending much cash. So, the verdict, which smart plug should you buy? Here's the bottom line after weeks of real-world testing. The best one for Alexa users is the Amazon Smart Plug. Its flawless reliability and ultra-fast setup make it a real winner. Now, the best all-round choice is the Tapo P100. Tiny, cheap, and it works with almost everything. Now, if you want to track energy, it's got to be the Tapo P110. Its accurate monitoring and great automations really make this one stand out. And if your home runs on Apple, then you need the Meros Smart Plug Mini. Seamless HomeKit integration to make your life very simple. But if you're on a budget, go for the Amazon Basics Smart Plug. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's beginner friendly. Smart plugs are one of the easiest upgrades that you can make to any home, and these 5 cover every type of setup, from simple timers to full-on automations and energy tracking. So there you go. If you're picking one up, check the links below for the latest prices, and I'll earn a small affiliate commission on that, but it's very small, don't worry, it doesn't affect the price you pay. And if you want more honest gadgets, subscribe so you don't miss the next review that I put up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!